Okay, well, I'm in Dudley Town Centre. I came here for two things. I dropped some off at the post office, and also Linda, one of the people I look after, wanted an extra large custard from the bakery here, so let's go get that for her. It's funny, I'm known locally as the walking man because, well, I'm really used to spot because of the beard, but I'm very tall, I'm big. But I walk everywhere. I've been doing it for the last 10 years. If I can get somewhere, I'll walk. So I think it's keep me fit, do my minimum 20,000 steps a day, keep healthy, go to the gym. Okay. So the reason why I want to do this video, it's a little bit more of a complex conversation, but I think it's very important for people who are with people with dementia. Now, my mother is the third person I've had with dementia in my life and family. Even though my mother's dementia is not that bad, it's still there. And my mother's dementia specifically is quite hard when she first wakes up. It's like she has a problem differentiating between reality and dreamscape area in her mind. But she's awake, she's fine. And to be honest with you, since kind of late February, she's been really firing on all cylinders, except for when she wakes up or she just falls asleep. At that point, it's a bit different between the two. But anyway, back to generic people with dementia. One of the other people I look after as well has very slight dementia. She's much older than my mum, but not even close. She's just forgetful about things that happened quite recently, but it doesn't really matter. But one of the things, when my grandmother on my father's side had dementia, that I think really helped my relationship with her, and I was one of the few people she actually got on with. She got quite grumpy with people, especially my father. She got really grumpy with. But I always kept a great relationship for the time I could spend with her, was because of this one small thing I do with my mum. And it's not easy. I made a deal with my grandmother, and also made a deal with my mother, that if she starts saying something that's not right, like an extreme example, there's a flying pink gorilla in the middle of the room, then would you like me to continue with your misunderstanding or delusion, or would you like me to put you right and explain what is reality to bring you back to us? And I've tried different ways of explaining it to ensure everything's all right, and every time both my grandmother and my mother said, yes, I want you to tell me. Now, it's not easy. You know, you have to be strong. You just don't, you just give in away all the time, and you feed to the issue. There is 16 chickens in the room, then, I think it's always best to be brought as close to reality as you can to keep the brain working. And my grandmother really got on well with me, and my mother obviously does some videos, you can see. And I think this is one of the reasons why. I said to both of them, I said, as well as that, I said, look, all I ever need to know of you is that you're happy, you're well fed, you have your medication, and you know you're being supported and you're safe, no matter what happens. And I'll always bring you back to where I am mentally. I'll always bring you back here. You start seeing things and saying stupid things. And I think if you keep on making sure they know that, I think it's a real nice structure for them. They're fully aware. And I said, you shouldn't be afraid of the dementia. Don't worry. I'm not going to go away. I'm not going to leave you. I'm not going to, you're going to have no problems. I'll still be here, nothing's ever going to go away. And it makes them relax. And with my mother especially, she's starting to find some of the things she says hilarious. And I said, you see, for some of the shorts, she thinks it's funny because she's relaxed about it and is enjoying the fact that we're relaxed about it, and our relationship has been not changed by it. So I know it's hard. If you want to take this method, I haven't read any articles or psychology about you should or shouldn't do it, but it's always worked for me, and it's working now. And it is difficult. It's not easy, but maybe you should give it a try. As people around with dementia, be their support, be their mechanism to stay with you as long as they can. Speak to you all soon.